You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. How y'all doing today? What's up to everybody up top? What's up to everybody in the middle? And what's up to everybody down here around me? Now that we got that out of the way, I miss y'all. How y'all doing? Good. I'm good. I'm doing good. Life is moving. Life is moving fast. Life is moving and grooving. Okay? Today we're talking about saying no. Protecting your peace without feeling guilty. A lot of us, we deal with this. We navigate in this space. We've been here before. A lot of us understand what we're about to unpack today. Welcome back to the show, everybody. All right? Today's conversation is one that I believe every single person needs to hear, and perhaps should hear again if you have heard it before. It's about two of the most powerful letters in the English language, the letter N and the letter O. No. Okay? Such a simple word. Yet, for so many people, it's one of the hardest words to say. Oh yeah, we've all had that experience. We've all had someone tell us no only to change their mind, right? Only to change their mind. Now, why? Because saying no often comes with guilt. A lot of people don't care to say no. They don't want to feel bad because they don't want to have someone else feel bad because of them saying no. Some of us need to hear no. Okay, so say no. It's okay. Saying no often comes with guilt, fear, anxiety, the fear of disappointing someone. The fear of disappointing someone can be heavy. That can be very heavy on someone. And a lot of people, I say it often, they allow fear to dictate their actions. The fear of being misunderstood, the fear of rejection, the fear of conflict. Again, the fear of disappointing someone. So instead of saying no, we overcommit, we overextend, we overexplain. Oh yeah, we've been there before. I've done it before. You've done it before. We've had it done to us before. We overexplain, we people please. And eventually, we become exhausted trying to keep everyone else happy while quietly neglecting ourselves. So today's episode isn't about becoming selfish. It's about becoming, that's right, intentional. It's about learning that every time you say yes to something, you're automatically saying no to something else. So we understand each other. Your time, your energy, your peace, right? Your health, your family, your purpose. So today, let's talk about the power of saying no and why it may be one of the healthiest decisions you have ever and you or you will ever learn to make. So yeah, we're gonna get into it right now. Okay. I used to think saying no or saying yes rather made me a better person. Until I saw that me saying yes was enabling someone else. And then the no's rolled on in like thunder. Right. See, more dependable, more likable, more valuable. See, these are all the perceptions, right? These are those perceptions that we have when we say yes. But eventually I realized every unnecessary yes was creating an unnecessary burden. How you like them apples? I was showing up for everyone else while slowly disappearing from my own life. Have you ever agreed to something and then knowing deep down you Didn't want to do it. I've been there, man. I've been there. And people say, well, then why say yes? It's simple. Because you don't want to disappoint someone else. Have you ever answered a phone call because you felt obligated, accepted an invitation because you didn't want someone to be upset? Perhaps stayed in a relationship a little longer than you should have? Been there. Continued working in an environment that no longer aligned with you or where you were coming from or how you were becoming. Many of us have done that exact thing because we've confused kindness with self-sacrifice. They are not the same thing. Here's the real deal, Holyfield. Healthy boundaries are not walls, they're doors. You decide what comes in and what stays out. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. That's me. Welcome back to another great episode. I'll be right back. For your next event, be sure to contact tagmgmt.net for photography, videography, photo booth, or drone activations. Email us info@tagmgmt.net. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. How y'all doing today? Research in occupational psychology has found that people who struggle with boundaries and frequently overcommit are at greater risk for chronic stress, emotional exhaustion, and burnout. No surprise there. Burnout isn't simply caused by working too much. It's often caused by repeatedly giving away more emotional and mental energy than you have available. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's what I like to call preventative care. You heard it here first. Why do people struggle to say no? Let's be honest. Most people don't struggle with the word no. They struggle with what happens after they say it. A lot of us walk around afraid of what comes after we tell someone something we know they don't want to hear. No. See, we don't want the friction. Let's keep it a Billy right now, right? We don't want the friction. A lot of us are not good when it comes to confrontations. We don't fare well. Some fare better than others. Some people make more out of it than it needs to be, and that ends up what? Spiraling into something else. So people often think about, well, if I say no, then it's going to talk about this, and then they're going to bring this up, and then he going to tell me what I did for him this time, and then and people just say, okay. They struggle with what happens after they say it. You say no. What if they get mad? Huh? What if they stop liking me? What if they think I'm selfish? What if I disappoint them? All those fears are real. Every single one of those are very real. But another question could be, what happens when you never say no? You disappoint yourself. You abandon your own priorities. You sacrifice your health. You ignore your intuition. And slowly, what begins to happen again? Your life begins revolving around everyone else's expectations. Ding, 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 ding. Oh yeah, I know that hit with a lot of people right now. Because you feel where I'm at in this moment. You understand the assignment. One of the greatest lessons I've learned is this. Every boundary you fail to establish eventually becomes a burden you carry. That part. That's why boundaries matter. Not because you're trying to keep people out, but because you're trying to protect what matters most. Studies on assertiveness training have shown that people who learn healthy boundary setting often experience reduced, wait for it, anxiety, improved self-esteem, healthier relationships, and lower levels of stress. I can see that. You know why? Because emotionally emotionally, their body can calm sooner and be calm more often therefore making whatever their practices are sustainable. That's it. No secret sauce here. That's it. Your central nervous system begins to understand how you operate. The body begins to understand and feel biochemically how it feels to say no. There's a sense of relief, even though the other part of that, the other side of the coin can say, oh my God, what are they going to say? We can't forget about the side of the coin that says, oh yeah, it's definitely healthy to hear myself say no and then act on it. Like my actions follow up that of what I said. No, boom. Because there is a sense of relief when I say no. I don't want to do it. No, boom, I'm relieved. Peace. That's it. That's it. And some folks really, they take issue with that. But if I don't want to give you my time and I say no, see, the thing is, people ask questions and sometimes they don't anticipate hearing no. So when you tell them no for the first time, they act brand new. It is foreign to them. It's almost like a threat. In fact, it is a threat because the brain is not going to maximize success. The brain itself, the brain is looking to optimize the fear. It wants to get rid of the fear. So that's what it identifies with. So anytime that it's like, for example, if you have ever, say, posted a reel for the first time on social media, that very first time you were probably crazy nervous. You were probably feeling like, oh my God, it's going to be so stupid. You were probably talking all crazy to yourself. It's because it's something that's new to you, new to your brain, new to how you navigate that space. You've never done it before. Anything that you're going to be doing for the first time, if it's the bigger the emotional toll, the bigger the deal it's going to be. The harder it's going to be to overcome if that's what you're putting into that space. So if it's fear, then yes, the fear is going to be harder to overcome. All right? Aggression ignores other people's needs. Interestingly, assertiveness is different from aggression. Assertiveness respects both theirs and your own needs. So again, you can be assertive. You can make it happen. Because we want the balance, and that's the balance. I'll be right back. I'll pay some bills, and then we'll keep it going. Talk soon. You deserve to drink the best. Your destination, lifequenchers.com. Get that Kangen machine. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. How y'all doing today? We're talking about saying no. And that it's okay to say no because there's a balance that you have to keep within yourself. You're protecting your peace without feeling guilty. That's what we're talking about today. That's what we're on, people. Right there. Saying no is saying yes to something else. That's another very, very important fact. And it's important, I mean, beyond important, but it's the balance within you. It's the balance. It's an emotional balance too. It really is. I mean, I could talk a lot about that right there. The body's taking on, the body is absorbing and taking on however we internalize the word, emotionally, that's exactly what's happening all over our body. It's a signal. It's a signal. And every time we associate that signal with that word, that's what the body's bracing for. All of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Here's a perspective that changed my life. Every no creates a bigger yes. We can agree to that. When you say no to constant distractions, you're saying yes to focus. Hello. When you say no to unhealthy habits, you're saying yes to wellness. Hello. When you say no to toxic relationships, you're saying yes to peace. Hello. You dig? When you say no to procrastination, you're saying yes to progress. Hello. When you say no to self-doubt, you're saying yes to possibility. Come on, man. Every no is a decision that is what? About priorities. That's right. Every no is a decision about priorities. The question is, what are your priorities? That's it. Because if everything is important, nothing truly is. One of the most disciplined people you'll ever meet isn't the person who does everything. It's the person who knows what not to do. That part. See, again, that perspective changed my life, and it continues to change my life. Like, it continues to pose the question to myself, even in real time. This is how, and like anyone else, I'm never going to get to all the things I feel like I should be getting to. But when you're making it happen, when you're making it happen with what you're getting done, when you're making it happen with what you're getting done, see, that is being present. That is the space that people are aspiring to reach. Here's the thing. A lot of us are already there, but we don't spend enough time appreciating that. Okay? Research in cognitive psychology shows that every decision we make consumes mental resources. Box checked. The more commitment we juggle, the more likely we are to experience decision fatigue, reduced focus, and poor self-control. Yep, box checked. This means that saying no isn't just protecting your schedule. What I said earlier, it's protecting your brain's capacity to make quality decisions. Sometimes less truly is more. Less truly is more. I know that's right. It's okay to say no. Again, it's a balance, man. It's a balance. And, for some people, it's a real art form. And it makes them a lot of freaking money if that's what you want to do with it. But I'm really here in the space of energy. I mean, I'm here in the capacity of energy, frequency, vibration, because I understand that saying no and saying yes, both of which are going to administer what? They're both going to administer dopamine hits or serotonin. I mean, right? Saying no is empowering. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Saying yes is absolutely empowering. Feels great. Both feel great to say, especially if you're owning it. Okay? I'm going to pay some bills. I'll be right back. This is a great conversation. Learn and increase your health score today by calling 707-767-3233 or emailing info@thebodysynthesis.com. Energy in, energy out. Thebodysynthesis.com. Welcome back to the show. I am Tavares. Thank you all for being here with us again for another great episode. Okay. The people who benefit from your yes. Everyone you say yes to. Let's talk about something that many people overlook. Every unnecessary yes affects the people who matter most. So think about that for a second. If you're saying yes to everybody, the people who you, love the most, I should have did that off air, but it's all good. Sorry, y'all. I'm an imperfect human being. Every unnecessary yes affects the people who matter most. So when you say yes to things that, you could have said no to, the people who you love, who you really probably want to give those yeses to, guess what they got to get? They got to get, I'll check in next week. I'll let you know. You're hitting them with that, okay? If you're constantly exhausted because you're overcommitted, your family gets what's left of you. The crumbs, as I call them. They get the crumbs, okay? Your spouse gets what's left. She gets the crumbs too. The children get what's left. They get the crumbs too. Even your dreams gets what's left. Even you. Oh yeah, you. You get what's left too of your own self. You get the crumbs, baby. But imagine what happens when you become intentional. you begin protecting your mornings, protecting your evenings, protecting your health, protecting your focus, protecting your peace. You don't become less available. You become more present. There's a difference, you know? And when you have that opportunity, you find yourself in a space where you have more opportunities to, and let's be clear, people deserve the best versions of you as you do yourself. Let me be very clear. But where I was going with that was they don't need to get the burned out version of you. You can give them the version that has spent time reflecting because you've given yourself that space by saying no. See, this is the part of saying no that people, again, they often overlook this. They don't see the power in saying no. Some people do. Some people like, no, it's good. And that's it. And you get used to it. If you have a friend who you have known for years, like your bestie, right? And I mean for like years, even since like childhood, right? And you've always known them to say yes, then you know when they say no to you, not only do they mean no, but you're like, oh my God, now why? Or you don't question it. Either you're pushing back against it because they always cave in and end up giving you what you want anyway, or as soon as they say no, you don't even question it. I have aunties and uncles like that. I grew up around a generation like that. If they said no, if you asked them again, that was your butt. That was it. So we learned on the first take. If it was no, it was no. Don't ask me again. My mom, oh my goodness, famous for that. Famous for that. I did not carry that on in my generation with my kids. I believe it was more of an understanding. It was at times more of a discussion if they wanted something. We had a discussion about it. And from the concept of whatever it was that they wanted to the concept of finance. How were they going to obtain the funds to get what they wanted, right? I enjoy taking those opportunities. So practical ways to say no with confidence. I'm going to give y'all some nice practical ways, things that I use myself, right? Let's make this practical. Here are 6 ways to practice healthy boundaries. 1, pause before answering. That's my favorite. That's my favorite right there. There's power in the pause. Remember, you heard it here first on Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Remember, you heard it here first. There is power in the pause. All right. You don't have to respond immediately. Give yourself permission to think. I love that. Talking my language. That's what I'm talking about. Number 2, remember that no is a complete sentence. No, that's it. You don't have to open yourself up for debate. Shut your mouth. You don't always owe a lengthy explanation. You can be respectful without defending your decision. I say it all the time. I don't look for approval. When I say it, I'm looking at you dead in your face, in your eye. That's it. That's it. And I get it's healthy for people to catch that vibe because we also serve as a reminder to those around us. Hello. Your friend may hear you say no. You may give them just the right amount of encouragement to then go home and tell their, that partner, you know what, I'm out. Peace. You just never know who or how you're going to impact them. You just never know. My mom always taught me, she said, Tavares, somebody's always watching. If you're in public, someone's always watching, period. Even if you're not in public, someone's always watching. Real talk, real talk. So yeah, remember that no is a complete sentence. You don't always owe a lengthy explanation. You can be respectful without defending your decisions. I'm gonna pay some bills. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I am here. We're here together. I love it. Number 3, check your values. Okay, we're discussing practical ways to say no with confidence. Some of y'all need this information right now, so I hope that y'all got your pens. Hope y'all gonna download the episode D thing. All right. Again, number 3, check your values before saying yes. Ask yourself, does this align with the life I'm trying to build? If the answer is no, honor that. Again, no is a complete sentence. Number 4, protect your calendar. If everything gets scheduled, nothing gets prioritized. Leave room for rest. Leave room for reflection. Leave room for family. Leave room for health. Okay? If you're giving it all away, what are you going to give to yourself at the end of the day? The crumbs. Number 5, expect some discomfort. People who benefited from your lack of boundaries may not immediately celebrate your new ones. Ooh, facts. People, it's going to take your friends and family some time to adjust the new version of you. And that's the thing you got to keep in mind. That's the thing. Our evolution, individual, the human being, really everything that's living is evolving in real time. So who you are is fluid. Okay? It's going to continue to change. It is fluid. Hello. So don't get too used to one version of yourself. Like, don't think that you're just going to keep it around. I mean, you can keep it around. You ever meet someone that looks like they just stepped out of a whole other generation? That's because that's what happened. They took what worked for them and just made a life out of it. You go into their house, the whole house be like it's right back in the 1950s. Because there are some people who they just don't want to change. Once they're set up, they're set up. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Let's keep it going. Okay? Remember, people who benefited from your lack of boundaries may not immediately celebrate your new ones. That's okay. Healthy relationships adapt. Healthy relationships will adapt. So again, there's going to be a degree of adaptation that's going to take place as you better yourself. Number 6, practice saying no to yourself. That's one of my faves. One of my favorite ones. And I do it all the time. All the time. And you know what's the cool thing? When I do say no to myself and it's a no that's a no-worthy no, I get to benefit. And it shows up in several different shapes and forms and ways. It really does. And I've learned that about my life. Like I've learned that about my energy. If I honor my energy will honor me. Just like that. Just like that. And I've experienced it. I really have. And that is what has me always holding myself accountable. Absolutely. Absolutely. For sure. For sure. Because there's a growth component to it. So as I'm growing, making this decision within myself, saying, hey, you know what? Nah, you can't have it right now. I love sweets. A lot of y'all know that. I love sweet pastries, donuts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if I get them, I have to do things like put them in the freezer so that I have them for a long time. That level of discipline, that level of self-obedience, are you joking? That's all growth right there. And for me, it's foreign a lot of the time because I'm like, nah, I want the donut. So having to say no to myself and honor that, but knowing that when I come out the other side, I'm going to like what I see. I'm going to love how I feel. And I'm going to know that much more about myself, right? I'm going to know that much more. I'll understand that much more of which I can take, of which I'm capable for. Ooh, I could unpack this all day. I love this right here. No doubt about it. Okay. Practice saying no to yourself. Sometimes the hardest person to set boundaries with is yourself. Okay? Practice saying no to procrastination, no to excuses. Hello. No to excuses. No to negative self-talk. That's another one. We can't have that. How we gonna move forward and we're literally talking ourselves back? Stop it, everybody. And I mean that. Use Tavares' famous mirror talk. You go into the mirror and you be your own best friend that you would always want there for you. Period. You become that for yourself. And trust me on this. You show up in that mirror like that, the relationship that you're going to build with yourself is going to be not only seamless, but it's going to be completely organic in nature. And you're going to fall completely in love with yourself every single time you step into the mirror. And that's for better or for worse, because remember, you are the architect of your reality. So you're writing the book. So be careful of the words that you are using to describe yourself. Please. And I do it too. Trust me. I have to pull myself out of the dark spaces for sure. Absolutely. I've had to learn how to make all of which I share with you all a part of my everyday life. And that's why I could do it. And that's why I got to pay bills right now. Be right back.
I could get smooth to any groove. I could get smooth to any groove. I could get smooth to any groove. I could get smooth to any groove.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Tavares. How y'all doing? Thank you for being here. Today we're talking about practicing, well, not even practicing, just saying no. Saying no, not feeling guilty about honoring your choice. The last one we covered was practice saying no to yourself. Sometimes the hardest person to set boundaries with is, ding, 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 that's right, yourself. So saying no to procrastination, saying no to excuses, saying no to negative self-talk, saying no to habits that sabotage your future. I've been there. The strongest boundaries often begin internally. That part. They do begin internally. Everything begins there. People are so quick to just project, oh, that happened because of ... But what happened to just sitting with it for a second? Just sit with it for a second. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to feel that little level of whatever you want to call it, shame, shade, I don't care what you call it, but it's okay to feel that. Now I want to speak to the person, directly to the person listening, who feels guilty every time they choose themselves. Let me see. Let me look around. Let me see. And got him. Yep, you right there. Oh, it's definitely you. You are not responsible for carrying everyone's expectations. So I'm encouraging you to give yourself permission to let that go. Boom, done. You are not required to fix every problem. I am encouraging you to let that go. Boom. You are not obligated to sacrifice your peace to keep others comfortable. Your worth is not measured by how exhausted you become trying to please everyone else. You can be compassionate without becoming consumed. You can be generous without becoming depleted. You can be loving without losing yourself. And sometimes the most loving thing you can say is no. As we close today's episode, I want to leave you with this. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values, you make room for something that does. How beautiful is that? That's freaking poetic right there. Okay? Facts. You do. You make room for peace, for purpose, for health. Come on. For growth. I know y'all want to grow out there. For meaningful relationships. Who doesn't want a meaningful relationship today? I know everybody that does is either in one or is really looking for one. Remember, boundaries are not barriers to love. They're expressions of self-respect. They communicate that your time has value. That's right. I often say we teach people how to treat us by the way we treat ourselves. We teach them. They pick up on it. Remember, life is all patterns. They communicate that your time has value, your energy has value, your health has value, and your life has value. So the next time you're faced with a decision, don't ask, will they be disappointed? Ask, will this decision move me closer to or further away from the person I am becoming? Because every no spoken with wisdom creates space for a more meaningful yes. Thank y'all for tuning in and for listening to Living Your Truth with Tavares. I appreciate y'all. I'm your host, Tavares. Hey. And until the next time, y'all know how it is. But wait, there's more. I'm going to pay some bills. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. How y'all doing? This episode, love it. Absolutely love it. Everyone, let's practice saying no. All right? To ourselves, to other people. And see how your life changes. See how the quality of the decisions that you begin making change as well. As a result of saying no, you're going to be giving yourself more space to say yes to more meaningful things. Think about that for a second. That's powerful. A lot of people, again, they overlook that. Don't take on someone else's outlook as your own, especially if you're not even trying to move like that. Like, giving yourself space is using the word no and using the word yes. I want you all to protect your peace, honor your boundaries, value your time, and remember, sometimes the most transformative word you'll ever say is simply no. Period. And guess what? I'm in it with you, so you're not alone. And I have a bunch of friends, and they're also practicing saying no. I even have friends that are now practicing saying yes because they were saying no for so long. Look at that. Look at that. We allow for there to be more and more conversations that align with our purpose, that align with our visions, that align with our goals, that align with our journeys. Wellness is balance and alignment, and everyone is in search of it. If you want to get a hold of us, check us out on social media. Please tap in. We would love to hear from you. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, it's at Living Your Truth Podcast. If you want to email us, livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. That's the email. Tap in, we'll tap back. And again, continue to allow yourself to make room for yourself to expand, to live. Just to be the better version of yourself. Really, truly. And enjoy the journey. Enjoy it. Be enthusiastic about who you are. All right? Until the next time, love yourself, love each other, and live your truth. Talk soon. On the next Living Your Truth with Tavares, reminding yourself of you, rediscovering the person you were always meant to be. Reminding yourself of you. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I don't even recognize myself anymore? Not because you changed physically, but because somewhere along the journey, you lost pieces of yourself. Maybe life happened, maybe trauma happened, maybe parenthood happened, maybe marriage, maybe divorce, maybe addiction, maybe grief, maybe success, maybe failure, maybe years of putting everyone else first. Whatever the reason, one day you woke up and realized you've been surviving for so long, you forgot who you are outside of survival. On the next Living Your Truth with Tavares.